So, this is the Laugh at Everything podcast. Yeah. Got Wes and Josh back on the mic? Oh, I'm sorry. I totally just stole that from you. You got Wes?
And Josh.
The two OG back at it again.
OG.
That's right. We know that you want to hear what we have to think. After a long hiatus, because someone can't upload the video. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, actually, that was let's be honest. Actually, Dan messaged me again, like, "Where's the podcasts?" It's been a rough last 3 weeks, 4 weeks almost.
Yeah,
actually.
no, we life gets in the way sometimes, and you guys aren't paying us yet, so.
But right, yeah, no,
good.
I'm joking.
But if you want to,
but it was worth it though, because I'm actually top of my class.
Oh, smart!
One
Nice.
class and really high up there in the other two. So,
are you going to use that for the rest of your life? Like,
what?
yeah, I was the top of my class. Yeah.
Oh no! This is just one class.
Just go to a random bar, sorry, I didn't get your drink.
I mean, actually, I hate to say it, but I do I don't want to say that I claim, but I do throw out the valedictorian card every now and then.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's don't forget.
Does it get you anything?
I was something in high school.
Yeah.
No.
It's hard to say that in college because people are like, so what? We all were.
Exactly. Literally, I know at least 7 valedictorians.
It's
like shit.
I mean, yeah, I was one too. I gave a speech.
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about it. My speech. So we had to go over with the principal. What we're gonna say. And mine had so many jokes, and she only gave us a minute each, just because you don't want to be there for forever.
Yeah.
And I had to speed read mine to get through all of my jokes.
Your jokes just.
Hello, thank you all for coming today.
I'm joking. It's all
just
about timing.
Throwing out jokes and stuff like that, and everyone that was in the room that was listening, because she gathered us all together in a room, and they all had no idea what I was saying. Spoiler: I took debate for 1 year.
Oh really?
1 year in 8th grade, so I used to know how to speak coherently,
right?
Really, really fast.
Same, used to.
I sucked at debate. Full disclosure.
I quite enjoyed it.
Totally garbage. And so we get through that whole minute, and I've gone through everything. And some of the smarter, valedictorians, they were in the debate class with me. They caught on. They were laughing, having a good time. The principal's like, "The hell did you just say?"
No, I was actually really proud of my speech.
Yeah.
Caught some laughs, some cries even.
Oh, no.
I was like, yes, I'm a
Got some
mister.
cries, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I wimped out. I went with a football speech that one of our coaches gave one time. It's
Oh yeah,
one of his most famous speeches, and he left 2
Oh,
or
yeah.
3 years before the time.
Right.
So, I got a lot of interaction with that particular coach because my
Cool.
brother went for me, and so
Right.
I basically just go there and be at practice because my brother had the car and I couldn't be alone for whatever reason.
Parents.
I didn't want the house to burn down.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
So no, I mean, we were part of that football program for
Right. So.
for a
You
long
knew
time.
him.
So I knew him, and I knew that speech, and none of the other
Yeah.
people in my class really knew it except for maybe one or two, because they didn't get to. He left before we all got into the football program. Or whatever.
Got you. Yeah.
So yeah, I gave that speech, and it was good.
Man.
During it, I forgot where I was,
Mm-hmm.
right at a point of.
Important.
The part where you're you pause for emphasis,
Yeah.
And so I got there and I paused and I was like, oh God, I don't know where I had to reread through my speech really quick, but people came up to me and they're like, wow, you paused really well for that.
Oh yeah. So
You let that sink in
you
really
were,
good.
You were panicking, but
I was up there. I was literally upstage.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, oh shit. Okay, just reread it.
Yeah.
And I did. It was bad.
Yeah, I actually, same thing. I panicked in the middle of mine, and it worked out fine too.
Yeah. I bet you're a very eloquent speech giver.
Oh man, I tried to be. I really did.
I'd listen to your speech.
Because the whole speech was you had to base it on something. You couldn't just make a speech. You had to have a theme, a thematic, and I had to choose a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
so
weird.
it was Oh the Places You'll Go, which is how fitting for graduating class.
That's so very cliche of you.
Is terrible, but that was actually one of the books that I had to choose out of a selection.
Yeah.
And it was just that, and one of the quotes that I had made, I had fudged a little bit, and I'd panicked for a second, but it worked out fine. It was funny though, because I had posted the speech and the video online. So I get haunted by it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, find that.
Oh, I'm gonna. It's gonna be linked onto this video. You don't even know.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, but
That
I
sounds
enjoyed
fun.
it. Yeah, it was a good experience.
So I want to talk to you. We got so many things to talk about.
Yeah, we
missed-
do. We missed a good bit.
There's one thing I really want to. I want to hit on first. It happened to me.
Smash? No, I'm joking.
Smash is good though. You've been playing it.
Yes, we'll talk about that. Hang on, we'll
smash.
get to it.
Yeah, we love smashing. I suck at it. Josh totally destroyed me.
Shut the fuck up.
He destroys me.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I haven't been playing it. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I've been doing homework too, so I can't play.
It's
I
tough.
still haven't even picked up my Kingdom Hearts 3 yet.
Oh my god, it's
so
it's
good.
different. It's a lot different than I remember because I haven't played since.
Wait.
2.
Wait.
Okay.
We'll get to this. Go on.
The thing I wanted to talk about is I was leaving here on Friday, and as you know, this college is a walking campus.
Yes.
So that means for those of you that aren't in the state and don't go to the college and are not family that are listening, shout out to you, Dan.
All one. Yeah. All one of you. Dan.
All one of our consistent listeners.
No.
Welcome back. That means that pedestrians have the right of way. So any case, if a pedestrian's crossing the street,
Right. You just gotta stop.
they have right of way, and I appreciate that rule, but also it's annoying when you're driving. So
I love that rule.
I was leaving here, and I was crossing the street, and then like the designated parking thing, whatever. And I start crossing the street right as I notice a car is driving. He's passing through the intersection, or he stopped at the intersection right as I get like in, and so we both kind of start walking at the same time. If I'd have kept speed and he'd kept speed, he's gonna hit me, you know. But I
Yeah.
was like, oh, you know, I don't care. I'm walking because I have the right of way here.
Yeah.
I slow down because I don't want to get hit. I'm like, man, I can't believe the audacity of this person. Well, they slow down. They roll down the window, and they're like, man, tell me why I didn't run your fat ass over and drive off. And I was like,
Whoa.
the only thing I could think of was like, spoiler, by the way, I'm a big guy. You know, it's not.
Fuck that dude. Wow.
It's not a secret. And
I
it's-
wish I was there.
Like, if you looked at me and you're like, oh yeah, he's probably eaten a few cheeseburgers in his life.
I didn't fuck that
So-
fucker. Oh
so-
my god.
He rolls in his window. He's like, tell me why I didn't run your fat ass over. And he drives off, and I'm like, that's the best you can come up with? It's like, you're just gonna, why don't you have brown hair?
Right.
Like, the first thing I thought of was, I'm fat? Oh my god. I didn't even know.
The facial expression, I wish everyone could see it because it was so good.
I had no idea.
Sob.
You mean to tell me that the roller coaster instructor who said I couldn't ride because I was too
You
big?
told that story on here.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Oh my god.
if he would have stopped and he rolled down his window and he'd be like, yeah, I heard your podcast. You fucking suck. You suck.
That would have hurt.
I'd be like, if he rolled down his window like, you're not funny.
God, that fuck, dude. That reminds me.
I mean, it's not, it's not a big, it's like, yeah,
Me?
congrats. You can see.
Me, ooh, that bothers me.
It's
me,
like-
me and Kate were walking out of this office
Yeah.
across the street, and that the road right there is a 35 speed limit, right?
Yeah.
Bitch was going like 50.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. I walked my happy ass across the road, and Kate was like, "Okay, I'll follow," because Kate's like a
Poor Kate.
Yeah,
Um,
not poor Kate. Kate's a badass. But I was walking, and as soon as I stopped walking in front of her, she honked loud as shit.
yeah.
And
I've
I
had that
had
happen before.
had a drink in my hand.
Oh, did you?
I swear to God, Wes, her window was open. I swear to God, I was like going to, and then Kate had spoke, and I stopped, and he was
my
like,
God.
Kate was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Fucking bitch!" And like, oh,
So I had an umbrella in my hand. I could have easily just like smashed through his window as he passed by, but I was in my company logo shirt, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is just a problem. Maybe there's just like 2 or 3 guys in that car. They could probably beat my ass,
right.
But I was like, there's so many things that went through my head that I wanted to say, but I didn't because it's not gonna.
Who cares?
I just
Yeah.
pretended, that person didn't even exist. You know what I mean? But it's like, man, tell me why I didn't run your fat ass over. It's like,
Why are
are
people
you
that
really
way?
gonna hurt your car that bad? Is it worth it? Like, that's a big ass dent you gotta put there.
Like dude, why are people that way?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so stupid to be that way.
Maybe it made him feel better,
Oh, I hope
Maybe he's
it
having
did.
a bad day.
Maybe he had a shitty fucking life, and that's why.
I don't want to say anything about this person that I noticed physically, but yeah, they had a bad life. It's okay. It's fine. It's not fine, but I just it didn't hurt me that he's pointing out things that are super obvious. It hurt me that he didn't put more effort. It was like,
Right.
I'm not worth more effort.
Right, like at least try to
Well,
really get me down.
It's like you're not even trying to hurt me here. It's like, do you even care?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just some random slur you throw out, in passing. No, you put some thought into this, motherfucker. You put some effort into this. I'm worth the effort. Damn
Actually
it.
fucking try for once in your life.
You could have stopped by and said, wow, you have partially gray, partially brown hair. You're going gray You're going gray soon.
You're just shitting on yourself at this point.
But these are all the things that they don't hurt me. I don't care. Although if you do say that I'm not funny, I'd be pretty sad.
You're very funny, Wes.
But,
I was
yes.
pulling out of Wendy's.
I love
right?
fishing like that.
Love Wendy's here now because it
Oh,
fell.
sorry.
I love Wendy's here now because I think there's a new manager, like a new couple managers there. Anyways,
Okay.
whatever. So leaving Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
Pull out. This bitch behind me comes running past the yellow light that's right next to Wendy's.
Yeah. I know where.
Because you pull out in the way of that light.
Right.
Pulling out, going fast. And she's like right up on me, going at least, I guess she's going like 60. 60 in that
Okay.
45 speed. So.
Okay.
Well, she honks at me.
Oh.
And then like she slows down and gets next to me, and I just flipped her off. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck you, bitch. Like, I don't
Right.
give a fuck. I'm driving.
Golly.
And then she just drives on, and I'm just like, I really don't care anymore. I used to be a kind person on the road. Like, used to not like do anything back or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Like, I really don't care.
I used to think about that, and I'm like, I'm gonna let as long as I'm alive afterwards,
Right.
nothing's hurt. Like,
Yeah.
F it. I've made mistakes. That person makes mistakes. We'll just
Right.
go on with our life.
Right.
I cannot put any effort into caring at this
Yeah. But if someone ever speaks to me like they spoke to you, I'd probably jump through that window.
point. I don't want to jump. That was a lot of effort. I've been out of breath afterwards.
Yikes.
I want to get home.
I almost always have my water bottle with me. I would have fucking doused his ass.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeet!
I mean, I was just on my phone. I just had like whatever. I didn't care. Like I said, I wanted to get home and eat.
Yeah, well,
so-
you're a better person than I am, Wes. Fuck that guy.
You
All
know?
right, next topic.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I did.
I want to get home and eat. Anyway,
So stupid.
so I want to ask you really quick. You brought up Wendy's here. And I
Yeah.
know that you worked at a Wendy's.
Yes.
So the Wendy's that's here, I've noticed a couple of times, just different times where I basically get the same burger every time, which is like the Baconator, because that's
They actually have 3 new burgers now. Pretty
Yeah.
good, not gonna lie.
Really?
Anyways,
Okay,
go
I'll
on.
have to try it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I notice that the Baconator like meat or whatever is like it's kind of dry, And then I had one a week or two ago, whatever it was. It was the greasiest fast food burger I've ever had in my life. And I know that you're thinking about that, and you're like, "Oh my god, that sounds disgusting." It was, but it was also really good.
Yeah. No, I understand. Actually, that is
how's-
one thing at Wendy's. There is no protocol for cleaning the grill.
Yeah.
It's kind of by the griller's discretion.
Right.
I mean, at every Wendy's that I've went to, it's pretty much the griller's like, that's a pretty dirty grill, gotta clean that. And like, they're automatic pressed because they don't want any raw meat going out. So it's automatic press mostly now. So like, you'll put the meat in, and you'll close it, and it'll cook automatically, and you like can do all your other griller duties or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, if you don't clean the automatic griller, you just pretty much douse water and you drain the water, and then just keep going. Most people don't.
It was a good burger. I was like, man, I go back to Wendy's.
I usually keep mine clean, so you wouldn't like mine.
Oh no, that's sad. I mean, I like all kinds of burgers. So speaking of liking all kinds of stuff, there's an Applebee's here in town.
Never been to it.
Don't go.
I was always told to not go.
Oh, so Wendy's is in love with Applebee's.
When? Like, when did you go?
We made the mistake of going at like 11 o'clock at night
Oh, yikes.
on a Thursday.
Why?
I don't know if you know this. That is their karaoke night.
Yeah, I do now.
Yeah, I know it now too.
Fuck.
So we walk in, and this music's just blaring.
Same thing at La Bamba, I think.
Just completely blaring. There's no host. There's no hostess. Instead, so we sit there for about a minute or whatever, just kind of look around, looking dumb. a police officer walks up to us. He's like, "Hey guys, I think the hostess went home tonight. You guys want a table or a booth?"
The police officer.
What? It was so surreal, you know. It's normally the thing I expect to hear from police officers: license and registration.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you have the right to remain
You're in
silent.
trouble. Yeah.
Do you want a table or booth?
Oh
Oh man,
shit.
we had a police officer escort us to our booth and give us
Oh
our
my
menus.
God.
And it's so, you know, so we have police officers at the theater that they hire, you know, the boardwalk
Right.
hires
To just
for extra security.
security.
And if a, you know, an employee, like the ticket taker, for example, is cleaning up a spill or something,
The police officer will jump in.
yeah, they'll just jump in and start tearing tickets like it's nothing and start directing people to their movies.
Got you.
It's always really funny to watch them. I'm like, man, they don't have to, you know, they don't have to do that. They did it because it's nice. And obviously this guy was just trying to help out. You know, he's there to provide extra security for some drunk people, which I've got a story. This experience was so something else.
I can't wait.
So yeah, he takes us and, you know, gives us our menus, and I was like, that was the strangest thing. It's like, stop,
You're
you're under arrest.
flabbergasted. Yeah.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything
Stop.
say-
Do you want a table or a booth?
Do you want a table? Do you want a booth? Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was. We'll say it was an evening of dichotomy choices. Okay. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but it makes me sound smart, so I'm going with it.
Yeah.
The evening of two choices. So
Shit.
that's going to bring me up to my next story.
Okay.
So we actually told the police officer because we don't, you know, F the law. We're not within your glass realm there, the man. You know, we're like table or booth. We'll take the bar.
Oh God.
So we sit at the bar because we were like, there's no, if the host went home, we have bad luck. There's no way in hell we're getting service if we
Right.
sit at a table or booth. But the
Right.
bar's serving, and the bar's like out in the open. So we go and sit at the bar. Whatever.
Smart,
Uh,
clever customers.
Yeah, we know. We kind of know the ins and outs of, because we get really poopy service.
You freaks. Yeah.
It's really funny because before Wendy and I were married, she would get great service, and she hits all the green lights.
It's you. Yeah. You
I
get the red
all
lights
all
and
the
terrible
red lights
service.
and terrible service.
You got that bad juju on you.
And so as soon as she changed her name, she noticed the difference. That's
Did you
it.
say Davis?
Yeah. No, people don't even know the last name. It's just, as soon as she integrated into it, you know.
She
Oh,
got
man.
cursed like
I
the
feel so
Yell
bad.
Nats family.
Right. Yeah. She did not take my great grandfather up the mountain
Stanley Yell Nats.
so that Madame Zeroni can be strong.
Oh my God.
That's a good movie.
Such a good book, dude.
So yeah, we sit at the bar, we order our food, and there are some drunk gentlemen sitting across from us,
Oh.
like catcalling the bar, the bartender. That's what they're called.
It was a girl, obviously, or
Yeah.
a guy. Okay.
Is a girl bartender, and like yeah, one guy is just completely smashed. Like he can't even speak his words. I'm looking at him. I can tell that he's out. You know, his friend is a little bit more boisterous or
I
whatever.
bet he got a taxi.
I hope he did.
God.
At the end, when they were calling for last call, they were all like, "Fuck this, man! We're gonna go to another bar." And I was like, guys, I don't think
Please
it's a good
don't,
idea.
yeah.
Go home." But yeah, one of the guys was really boisterous.
Boisterous.
He was kind of aggressive,
Boastful.
and he was kind of saying some snide things, you know, some crude things about the bartender. And
Shit.
she wasn't really having it, you know. She was kind of clapping back as one does, and some of the other employees got involved or whatever.
Ooh.
And eventually, it escalated to, "What's up?"
I think your
Yeah.
phone just lit up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It does that sometimes. Not of its own. The technology is taking over.
Roomba. Okay.
Hey, yeah, so you know, he's getting a little bit more aggressive, and he said some things, and she basically told him that he was about to be kicked out, and this guy is brilliant, and I wonder how many times this works, and it's about to be some language, so
All right.
if your ears are sensitive, please.
Oh, I've been cursing this whole time.
Yeah, no,
I've got a sailor mouth on this bitch.
my mom listens to these podcasts.
I
She
usually-
found them.
I usually don't have a sailor mouth, but I really do on here, and it like
Yeah.
really shines through.
It's terrible.
It is.
No, it's not.
Go on, Wes.
But yeah, so he starts getting kind of aggressive and stuff like that, and he's like, he says something. She's like, "You're about to leave" or whatever, and the other employee gets
Right.
into it, and he like stands up and he's like, all right, you got 2 options. What you gonna do about it? He's like, you got 2 options. You can either fight, you can fight me, or you fuck. He's like, that's your 2 options.
Oh god.
He just kept repeating that for like 5 minutes straight. He's like, you got 2 options. You can fight, you can fuck. What's your 2 options? Fight or fuck. And I was like,
repetition works apparently.
I was like, how? Number one, how are those my 2 options? I could fight, fuck. I could kick you out.
Yeah.
I could ignore you.
Right. Yeah.
I could get somebody else to fight or fuck you. I mean, I don't know. You know,
I got ways.
I have a plethora of options here.
Plethora.
This is not just fight or fuck. And also,
Right.
I wonder if he thought he was being smart. Like the fight or flight response.
Right.
He was like, man, I
Maybe.
just learned about the fight or flight response.
The fight of
It was the fight or fuck. And I was like, what?
Hilarious.
I don't know how that happens. So between getting sat down by the police and like escorted to my seat, and then my guy with his awesome choices, that and so many people get drunk and go to karaoke, and I know that that's fun, to get up and go sing. But
Is it?
oh dear God, you sound so bad. And there was one guy who got up and he was like, "It's gonna be hard to follow such wonderful voices today. It's a real challenge. I hope I can do.
And he's
I
just
hope I
like,
can do well.
and
He's
I-
just up there and he's like, it was so bad.
I appreciate karaoke, but like with myself. Like,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't-
there's-
I won't.
So there was a few.
I love to sing, but that's about it.
There was one girl that got up there, and she's a black girl, whatever.
She's good.
She was amazing.
Savage.
I turned to the window. I was like, are they done saying this? Like this a recording? She's like, no, this girl's singing. We were faced directly away from
right.
the
So you
stage,
thought that it was
so-
like an actual person.
I was like,
an
oh, they're
actual
just-
recording.
Right, they're just playing music right now to
No, she was good.
wait. No, she was good.
Hell yeah.
It was her, and then this other girl. She tried to hit like the high notes in
Ooh. Chandelier.
no, as Broken with Seether and Amy Lee. She tried to hit some of the Amy Lee high notes,
Oh,
and
jeez, yeah.
that's ambitious.
They
you
are.
know?
They are.
She
very
didn't
up
hit them.
there.
And she did not do justice to the song, but she did better than I could have, 100%.
Right.
And
Oh, same. Yeah.
she's like shooting at God, not she's
Right.
she's Icarus over here.
She's shooting for the stars.
She's trying because Amy Lee has a voice.
God.
Shooting at God. That's,
You took a pause and you just looked at me like, not. All right, let's go on.
So I applaud her for that. Maybe
Yeah.
with some work,
Ow.
she could do well.
Ow.
Josh has contacts in. He's been.
No. My eyelash just like folded into my eye.
Thing is, we've been setting up the podcast for a bit because we're trying.
Yeah.
we're trying to get better mic quality for you, the people.
It's not working, but we're figuring it
This
out.
whole time, Josh has been like punching his finger into his eye. If you've seen Hotel Transylvania, when the very first one, when the vampire guy tries to mesmerize the human around and he can't because he's got contacts in, the guy just like rubbing his eye and you can see it. It's like, oh, this is
Yikes.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
can't do that.
Sorry, I do that in real life.
Yeah, that's what Josh is doing right now. So you're lucky this is not a video podcast, people.
Yet.
Yeah. Hey.
Keep
You
going.
gotta make some money. So yeah, no, it was,
Just suddenly throw that in there like money.
this podcast sponsored by
Money.
anybody listening. You wanna throw it out there? No.
That's
So that was my Applebee's experience, and I beg her not to ever go back.
right.
Can we just not? She's like, but I like.
Yeah.
First off, they do have those like wonton tacos. Those are dope.
Right.
Those are really good. Whatever sauce
Yeah.
and the chicken and the wonton, those are good.
I was told that like it's okay, like the food is better now, but like as far as everything.
So
else
I've had
is-
terrible food experience there. Their burger that we had that night, I got like a little small burger. That was actually one of the best burgers I've had outside of Flying Burger.
Nice.
Ever.
Flying burger.
Dude, Flying Burger's so good.
So I actually was recently on a date at La Bombo,
Oh yeah. How'd that
and
go?
it was.
Was it during
It
karaoke?
was
or?
not. No.
No?
It was
Okay.
not that good because
What, the date or the location?
the look like the service
Oh,
was
okay.
not that good.
Let's say like what's that?
So like we sit down, whatever, and the waiter comes up and like says something.
Okay.
No
Oh,
clue. No clue what this guy said.
Yeah.
No clue. I was like, what was that? And just repeats it again like a. I was like, what? Just looked at him. Looked at my date and I was like, what? What did they say? What's your drink? Oh, I'll take a water. And then the waiter just looks at me and he's like, and I was like, what? I'm so sorry. Like, I'm deaf, but like, what are you saying? And the waiter's just like, that wasn't enough. And I was like, what are you saying? And then my date was like, with or without a limit. And I was like, oh, with a limit. And the whole night was like that. For me.
You didn't have any problem or no?
No, like, understood him fine. I was like, what the fuck?
It's just you. You're just
Maybe
you're having a stroke or something. I don't know.
Or Crazy Rice, which wasn't that bad at all.
Crazy Rice? Okay.
Crazy
I've never
Rice
been to La Bamba. Is that? I assume it's like a Tex-Mex place.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is that around here? Because I know we.
Yeah, it's actually by. Oh my god!
If you're in Colorado, you gotta try.
Where
Tex-Mex.
Radio Shack used to be, it's by where Game.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Game
yeah,
Exchange
yeah.
is.
Like I said,
what's that cute little white girl place?
Beehive.
Beehive is
Yeah.
right next to that.
That's right. I'm a cute little white girl. Bitches. Okay,
I got a beehive.
I've been in there a few times.
Big
Not with you. It's always been with the girl. They're always like, "Oh, you go to Beehive." Oh my god. All right.
I wish they could see your face, dude.
If we had to. It's sad.
Anyways.
But no, I don't know if they have Tex-Mex in Colorado. If you're in Colorado and you're listening, let us know.
Just so happen to be listening, damn. No.
Do they have Tex-Mex in places that are not like Louisiana and Texas?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what, they had a cold snap. Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah,
How cold it is, and like I think Chicago is like super cold.
I watched so many videos of people like throwing
boiling water
and
and stuff. Yeah,
it freezing instantly. It's crazy. I saw one girl who's her hair, like she did like a flip or whatever, and so her hair is like this.
Yeah,
And this is her head, you know.
just caught. Yeah,
And it's like frozen and like stuck out in front of her to where she's got like this 2 or 3 feet of like
straight
frozen like hair blinders.
I mean, like, what were they saying? Like 5 minutes in that weather and you'll be frosted.
Oh yeah, you'd probably die for sure. It's like
Crazy.
negative 50 degrees. Like, if that doesn't wake up people, you know, at this point
we have different thoughts on this.
If
too.
you know, if we're not going to do something about our climate change, then we might as well just start looting and pillaging and break down all society because, you know, this is the end. This is it.
I mean, actually, I don't know. Speaking of this, had you seen that they had found animal like? God, I'm gonna sound so stupid whenever I say this because I just can't think of the words. Animal like fossils, but like not fossils, just remnants, like.
I mean, I haven't heard.
Like bones and like just
they found
decaying
remains of like an animal.
Remains.
Okay.
Lots, like a lot of animal remains. A lot further north than we ever expected to find them. And like a lot of people are just theorizing that it was once a time where it was warm enough that they lived at this location way north, where the ice has never receded in our lifetime. And so, like, I don't know, I see stuff like that, and then I see our freezing slipstream or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's very interesting.
And then it gets up to 70 here in January, February. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Things are gonna go bad.
I don't know. It's definitely. I feel like my primitive mindset, because I don't research this stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not acting like I'm an expert or whatever, but in my mind, it's a big cycle. And I feel like humans probably aren't slowing down the cycle, you know? It's probably like speeding it up, probably making it happen quicker than it should.
Yeah, they say that we're in like the very tail end of an ice age, and that our actions are going to like directly push it like 1,000 or thousands of years before when it would have happened naturally.
Towards the next ice age.
No, they're saying that we're leaving the ice age, which means we're about to get like a lot hotter or whatever.
Yeah, I'm saying like if it is a cycle, it'll...
Yeah. So that's one thing. Speaking about like ancient things or whatever, I had this thought a week ago or so.
About a week ago.
It was about like ancient slave owners.
Ancient aliens. Oh, okay.
Dude, don't watch that show. I can't.
Sucks.
We watched. So Wendy's really big into Shane Dawson now.
Yeah, conspiracy. I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
It's really tough to watch that. But I don't, you know, I can't do conspiracy videos at all because I'm like a paranoid nutcase. And so everything it's like really depressing sometimes. It's like, all right, well, what's the point, you know?
Why are we even here?
What's the why?
Why am I
you know?
still here?
But so I got to think about
Ancient slave world?
ancients, like, you know, servant master relationship or whatever, and at least in like ancient Egypt, you know, if a pharaoh died, like they would yeet off some of his slaves, some of his servants as well, to because you know he needs servants in the afterlife, and that would have sucked so bad, you know,
to be chosen.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
it's like.
Yeah.
I want to, you know, back in the day, you know, I want to.
Like I feel like we're ignoring the point of like it sucked to be a slave,
right?
Like, to be yeeted out of existence.
So Confucius had a saying, you know, doesn't matter what you are, be good at it. You know, be good at whatever it is that you do.
Right.
And if you were unfortunate enough
to be good enough
to be a slave or a servant at that time, which would have sucked, which was basically, you know, that was a lot of people. A lot of people died.
Oh, God, yeah.
You're like, okay, you know, this is what I am, and they probably didn't have this mindset, and I totally understand because you know they were enslaved. How could they?
Right.
You know, be good at it. You know, I'm going to be the best, whatever it is that I am, and it's easy to say as a privileged white boy who's grown up with AC all my life.
Honestly, yeah.
But you know, be good at it. But then, if you're too good, when they die, you die.
That's what I was getting at. It's like if you're too good.
Oh man, it's like that perfect work-life balance of literally work and life.
Oh God.
Like nowadays, they say, "Oh, you gotta find the right life and work balance." It's like, okay.
I struggled with that so much.
Back in the day, they had to find legit work-life balance.
Right.
I want to do well enough to not be killed for being incompetent, but also like, not well enough to not be killed for being too good.
And yeah.
Which is
Yikes,
crazy.
yikes. It's, oh God, the history of humans is so disgusting.
It is, yeah, it is bad. And I think that people... So, as an American...
We have a lot to talk about, and I have so much to get into.
Right?
Keep going.
Just as an American, I feel like a lot of the world looks at us, or at least a lot of us internally look at ourselves, and we say, oh yeah, you know, we did slavery, and it's bad. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't. It was bad.
Oh God, yeah.
But I feel like we get, you know, as Americans, we kind of get the brunt of that.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, but it is such a part of our history.
It is, but we were just doing the same thing. Like everyone at that point in time had that. And
No,
it's not right
agree.
for anyone. It's not right that we did it. It's not right that they did it. But I just don't feel like we should be taking the brunt of that. You know.
I see you that point. I feel like the only thing is that our foundation as a nation was so, like, slavery was so much a part of it, of like building this nation, and then I don't want to say like get over it or whatever, but like some people have that belief of like get over it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that was a huge part of our, but also, I mean, we gotta heal, we gotta let ourselves heal, and like,
right,
in a way.
But that's, you know, so that's one thing that I think we should do better at. I don't think we should keep focusing on, you know, what are all these bad things that we have done. You know, I think we should learn from them, and I think that there are some people, especially some in power, that, you know, they still they treat people like garbage. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's okay, and I don't think that we should focus on like all these negative things and like, oh yeah, you know, this happened and this happened and this happened,
right? And
you know, there should be this and this and this consequence. I feel like we need to, you know, move forward and say, let's avoid being stupid in the future. Mm-hmm. But I feel like as a species, we're not even close to mature enough. But anyway, so
no, I agree, and it brings up like an interesting point of, I don't know, just our history and how we deal with it.
Yeah. So there's some other things that you said you want to talk about.
Yeah. So there's a couple things that we can get into. I'll just lay them out as that light keeps flickering and it bothers me.
Josh is half moth. I don't know if you guys know this.
Lump. So two topics. Brother.
I forgot that meme. Oh man, that was such a good meme. The moth meme of the 2018s.
I think it was 2018. So two topics that I've been talking about recently, just in conversation.
Okay.
Bible literacy class in public school.
Okay. Bible literacy class. at Bible
That's
schools.
there's like a I don't want to say a push, but like there is talk of it of like a lot of people that a good amount of people that want that.
Yeah.
I don't. We can talk about that, or we can talk about. Oh man! Oh no! It was just on my. It's just in my mind.
No! Did we mention that Josh is half mom?
Oh no!
He saw the lump. Is
It
that your
happens
idea?
literally every time. By the way.
Yeah, it does. Mr. Popular over here. That's
God,
fun.
Dan's gonna just smile.
Why?
Because he always gives me, well, not always, but he gives me shit about my phone going off every time.
Maybe you should mute the phone. I don't know.
I did now. I'm so sorry. I just don't think of it.
It's fine.
What was the other topic? Wes!
So the other topic you want to talk about? Let me just hijack it. No, like yellow blinking turning lights. What are those? Like, why?
They're supposed to be like a.
No, no, no! Don't. All right, I want to hear this. What are they?
Don't rationalize it.
What are they? Yeah, I want to hear.
I feel like we know red stop, green go, yellow yield,
Yeah.
or like caution, or like
Right.
let you know. Yellow.
Okay, so in town, they have replaced a lot of the lights
With yellow motherfucking lights.
the people parallel to you will have
Sorry,
a
Wes's
green
mom.
turning arrow. Yeah, sorry, mom.
Yeah.
They have a green turning arrow, and you have a red light, except for the turning lane has a yellow blinking light.
Yeah.
If you can turn left when the people parallel to you have a green arrow, you can absolutely go straight.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Why is this a thing?
It bothers me.
How is this a thing? Why?
I don't know.
There's no way to rationalize this. This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
We need a formal push. We need to start a petition.
Okay,
to-
so back to the Trump stuff. No.
Yellow light equality.
Yellow light equality.
I just don't get it. It bothers me.
Oh man, this other topic was important too. But let's just talk about Bible literacy.
Oh,
Fuck it.
Let's say you want. I've got.
You are not. Well, you probably wouldn't care.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to assume your beliefs.
Wow.
so
Don't just assume my beliefs.
I'll just ask you for your belief.
Can't even believe you right now.
To put a Bible literacy class inside of a public school, it's
Yeah.
illegal. Do you understand that?
I don't know if it is illegal.
It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Why do so many people do it?
Oh, that's not. Those aren't public schools. Those are private schools.
No, I mean,
That's why they
like,
can do it.
I mean, if you're trying to take God out of the Pledge of Allegiance here. What's going on there?
That's
Bucko.
that's part of the argument.
Oh.
But like stuff about like
You're going to hell. No.
keeping
Like religion in schools or whatever.
no. It's separation of church and state is like basically what the argument. Like that's why this is in the Constitution. It is illegal to put a Bible literacy class into a publicly funded school. As it
So I don't know if that's a bad thing. It depends on what level of school.
like
this
I
is.
love my God, don't get me wrong, like I am religious. I still think this is a dumb idea to put a Bible literacy class inside of a public school.
Well, like what level of school is it? High school? Because I think that's
Any and
okay.
all? Like that's
Oh, I think that's okay because as long as it's not mandatory,
No, I
It could
agree,
be like a
but
social.
there
social
so you're saying
class.
like even if it was legal, it would be okay to you?
Well, yeah, like as long as it's not mandatory. If it's mandatory, that's a little messed up.
Well, I agree, but like it goes further than just being mandatory. Like it would have to voluntary. It would have to be voluntary, right? But it would also have to be separately funded. It would
Why?
Because you can't have taxpayers from atheists or Muslims or Jews or people that don't believe this to just go towards this idea that they have no belief in.
So, it
Like that
depends-
was the whole thing about Planned Parenthood, or Planned Parenthood is like I'm sure on Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is like
i.e. Parenthood.
in cases where tax money would go directly towards an abortion. A lot of people don't believe in abortion. Like
So
it's very, very, very controversial, obviously. But
right.
the thought is, if it's all the taxpayers' money together, nothing should be funded like this.
If we're gonna look and be concerned about what our tax dollars are spent on, I think we can start
No, I agree. And like that's,
multiple different areas.
Yes, and like that's the open door that like a lot of people don't want to touch. That's one of the arguments against is like taxes go towards everything that people don't like.
But so, think about like a home economics class.
Yeah.
Like, you could argue that betters you as a person in a certain way of thinking. Taxpayers are paying for that.
Well, no, I agree. And
I
like,
don't want my tax dollars going for you to learn how to cook.
right.
But it's not a mandatory class. So if it's a class that you can take and it's like one of your electives or
Right.
whatever, and you opt to take it, then I don't see a problem because I feel like there's enough history and like enough philosophy and enough ideas
So
in a Bible literacy class that you could take if it was well done. That
yeah, and I knew that
it
we
wouldn't have to
knew.
be like religion specific. It could just kind of be like being a better person. Or
See, that's the thing.
learning some of the things about history or
I knew that we would get to this point because you were intellectual, and like I figured that we'd get to this point. It's even if it was legal, even if it would happen, even if the funding issue would surpass, who teaches what? What is going to be taught? What's the goal? Like what's the curriculum? Like what?
Well, I mean, that's the same thing. If you're taking a baking class and you, for example, and they focus strictly on French cuisine, are you going to have people that are up in arms? Probably. But it's a French cuisine class, so why would you...
That's not what I was getting at.
Okay.
I was getting at even if you do study on, say, like the French cuisine of the Bible part, right? Like say
The French cuisine of the Bible, yes.
that can be interpreted.
Definitely familiar with this area of the Bible.
That can be that specific part that you're supposedly studying in this class can be interpreted
Stromboli
through
18.3.
so many ways.
Thou shalt
Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like if you're a parent and your kid comes home and says some whack ass shit that you like obviously don't agree with, or maybe you do agree with it, what are you gonna do? Like, are you?
I mean, most of school right now is it's daycare is what it is.
I
absolutely
understand.
daycare.
I understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
Schools, at least around here, the schools that I went to, they play Gattaca. Just every single class.
Gattaca? What's that?
Gattaca. It's wow, this is surprising.
Galaga?
Gattaca. Gattaca.
I said Galaga.
Gallagher. Gallagher. Smash. Confirmed Gallagher for Smash, by the way. He's gonna have his hammer and his watermelons and everything.
Oh my god.
Are you too young for Gallagher? I'm too young for Gallagher.
No. I know. Yeah.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying.
Gattaca. Gattaca.
Gattaca.
Oh my
Gattaca.
god.
No, so they got the name from the parts. I'm not even going to pretend to remember what these things are called, but they're like the parts of our DNA, like the A, T, C, G.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes up our parts or whatever. And so they made a name out of those.
Oh.
And so it's about it's basically the story of these two brothers. One is the oldest, and he was born at a time where like gene therapy or whatever was kind of becoming popular, and his parents were like, no, we don't want to mess up our son or whatever. And so he got to like 3 or 4 years old, and they had another kid. And they're like, okay, well, if you don't do this, your son's gonna have some problems maybe, or you want the best foot forward. And so they go ahead and they like fix the second son's genes or whatever. And so it's a big story about science and philosophy, and there's English undertones. Basically every single class subject that you have can find something interesting, whether it's discrimination or whether it's science or whether it's astrology or different plot biases or whatever it is. Every single class has like a huge want to like play this movie. It's like the Remember the Titans of
PE.
Like every time in PE or whatever, they're just like, all right, this is Remember the Titans, and you go to
Studying
social
loyalty.
studies,
Yeah.
social studies, and like, this is Remember the Titans, it's a racial movie or whatever, and then you go to the PE and they're like, oh yes, Remember the Titans, it's a sports movie, It's kind of like that with Gattaca. You go to your English class and they're all right, here's Gattaca. It's a, it's a discriminatory, what's right, what's wrong, or
Right.
you go to philosophy class,
Analysis.
you go to your science class,
Yeah.
this is gene therapy, it's cool, whatever, stuff like that. So,
Interesting.
I feel like so much of our time is wasted there. You know,
I cannot relate at all because I've never heard
you
of
learn.
this.
Well, I mean, you learn trigonometry, you learn calculus, you learn all these things. Yeah, that's great, but I had to have Wendy sit me down and like help me fill out my W-4 because we're changing some things on our taxes to
Have you gotten yours from here yet?
No,
Me neither.
Oh my god, dude, she is like ferocious, like honey badger level right now.
Because, I mean, isn't it supposed to happen by the 31st?
Yeah, she's like, they're supposed to send it out. It's supposed to be in employee hands by the 31st.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like, I understand.
Sorry, Wendy.
She's like, I want to file right now.
Ooh.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. We're gonna get a little bit of money back, because we got to fix some stuff with our taxes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. We had to sit down, and I had to be, okay, what does this box mean? And she goes, well, that means this and this. Like, wait, all right, so what does this box mean? That means this and this. I'm like, all right, wait, so I have to put a 0 here and a 15 here, and what am I doing?
Right.
And I don't know what I'm doing. Please help. But thank God she's been doing all of our stuff.
Bless her soul.
She does all our finances, and I just sit back and relax and say, good job, babe.
That's like my mom.
As long as the sheriff isn't coming, knocking on our door, hey, I'm happy. Everything's taken care of.
Are we laundering money? No.
I mean, I can honestly say I don't know. Wendy, I swear to God.
Plausible deniability, my guy.
Well, no, I don't think. So I don't think they can force you to testify against
your spouse. Yeah,
so.
they can't. It's a very.
I've heard that in movies.
Spousal privilege.
Yeah, I've heard that in movies, so it must be true.
It's yes, it just so
Hollywood's been
happens
trying to warn us, that sometimes Hollywood is more true than real life.
Yeah. Oh, I remembered now.
Oh, okay.
It was Smash.
Smash?
Yeah.
Smash! Let's talk about Smash.
I think about the Switch in general, actually.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Alright, so Josh is pointing at a gigantic white
line of spider web.
Yeah, it almost looks like a piece of yarn is how thick it is.
It's almost like it's falling towards it.
It's coming down. I see it. It's approaching me. And... oh god, it's in my mouth.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's really
that's terrifying.
it's eerie. Sorry, I'm so sorry to.
That reminds me. Oh my god. So Netflix has a movie called Eight-Legged Freaks out right now.
I haven't seen it.
Don't watch it. It's bad. It's
Okay,
so atrociously garbage. It's about like a radioactive spill in this Arizona area, and it causes it spills basically in a like a spider habitat. Like this guy keeps a spider habitat, and he's got like thousands of spiders like in his home or whatever.
Okay.
And so they all grow to be like 10 feet tall.
Oh my god, this already sucks.
I don't watch horror movies, and it's like one of those bad horror movies. It's not like a real horror.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it did not scare me as a kid. I rewatched it the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this movie. It used to be one of my favorite movies. It is so bad. And it has Scarlett Johansson, like a 15-year-old Scarlett Johansson.
Oh wow.
I was like, what?
She was
I
thriving.
forgot she was totally in this movie.
She was thriving, dude. She was on it.
It is so bad. Like, there's one scene, and it makes me sad, but it's also ridiculous. So I think they knew that it would be a sad scene, so they threw in the ridiculous to help. It's when the spiders are about like a foot tall, you start hearing like reports of like pets going missing and stuff. And so they show a scene of like this person like remodeling their house or whatever, and there's a big gaping hole in their wall, and their cat goes up to it and then just gets scooped up, by spiders.
Okay.
And you hear the cat and the thing fighting, and it's like, oh no, the kitty, no, the kitty, please.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see like cracks and stuff hitting into the walls, and then it gets to like cartoon levels where it's like thump, 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 like traveling up the wall of them like fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see like the imprint of the spider come out, and then you see the cat's imprint come out.
Gotcha.
And it was just so ridiculous. But it's like, if you think about that, I'd be pissed off if a foot tall spider ate my cat.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of,
I'd move away.
well, yeah, time to burn the house down.
Yeah.
We watched John Wick 1 and 2. We binged those over the last 2 days.
In preparation for the next
for the new one, because I'd never seen them before, and I've like heard they're really good.
Did you like them?
Dude, they're good.
Yeah,
They're
they
real good.
are. They're really good.
Full disclosure, I
don't like action movies.
I cried
But the dog?
my 25-year-old eyes out. First 10 minutes of the movie,
Hell yeah, dude.
But like when the dog arrives, I'm
Worse
like
than Marley and Me, bro.
I'm in tears when the dog arrives, and then he tells the dog to sit, down at the bed or whatever, and he doesn't, and he wakes up
it's
and the
so
dog's
cute.
there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then again when he's like, all right, you can come up on the bed, I'm like,
Yeah, I know. He's such a man's man too, and he's like,
Yeah.
all right, fuck, get up here.
He's like, yeah, you can come up. And,
Yeah.
God, dude, and
so
then
cute.
like when so spoiler alert, the dog dies.
I think everyone does, but it's
God,
fine.
It made me tear up. I called my cat. I was like, Kitty, come here.
Oh.
I was like, his
Kitty
favorite spot
kittens.
is in my recliner when I got my feet up. He'll sit like in the bowl or whatever that my legs make.
Right.
Because I have
same.
like,
That's
covers
what
or
Hazel
whatever,
do
and
too.
that's where
That's what Hazel do.
that's his spot. And
Yeah.
so I called him there. When we started watching the movie, I was like, hey, Kitty, come here.
Get closer, yeah.
Sit here. I'm gonna need you in about 10, 20 minutes, whatever.
Because you knew.
And so I'd seen the scene before,
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons I did not want to watch that scene. I was like, no, I'm not watching. The dog dies. No,
Yeah.
No. So he's sitting there, and the scene happens. I'm like, no, Kitty, please. And I pick him up, and I just start hugging him and cuddling him.
He's just like, get the fuck.
Yeah, he's like, I guess this is okay for now.
Yeah, for now.
For 30 seconds, he's like, all right, enough.
I love
Start
cats. I love
running you.
cats for that. So good.
So yeah, we watched it. They're really good. The cinematography, some of the visuals, the choreography of those, man.
Beautifully made.
So the reason I wanted to watch those is because I saw a thing on Reddit of Keanu training for like the third one,
Oh yeah.
where he has like a live firearm, and it's like a speed precision test or whatever, where he's like drawing his weapon, shooting people, and you can see where he hits, and he's like accurate as hell. Like he is like
He's getting closer and closer. To
he's
being
like a legit
perfect.
trained killer now
Yeah.
for this movie, and it's.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if he's putting that much effort into it, it's almost like watching
You
the
wanna
Mission
watch it.
Impossibles because
Yeah.
of what is his face? Not Brad Pitt. Tom Clancy.
Clancy's.
Tom Brady?
No.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. He actually like
The
learned,
Scientologist.
whatever his beliefs are, he's dedicated. He learned how to do like a corkscrew
Yeah.
like falling maneuver or whatever, which is like
He's dedicated.
it's like really difficult for like professional pilots to pull this
Oh,
off,
yeah.
and he learned how to do it. It's like
Yeah, he's definitely dedicated.
I hats off, with so many actors not doing their own stunts, which I understand, it's not a big deal. It's just really cool to see an actual
Yeah.
performer do these
Yeah,
things.
but
like
we're still
Jackie
not.
Chan.
We're still not gonna skirt past Scientology because.
No. I don't agree with his personal beliefs, but as
I mean,
an actor, he's
yeah.
an entertainer.
And also, we can't skirt past Christianity because.
yeah, I'm entertained.
Gotta
Let's say
shit
that.
on my beliefs too.
And he's like,
these
"Are you
suck.
not entertained?" It's like, no.
Oh no, I'm pretty
I was.
thoroughly entertained. Thanks
I
for the
was
Mission
pretty
Impossibles.
entertained.
Yeah.
So watching, Keanu Reeves in this master craft, basically, like these are just, they're good movies. Like there's things that are wrong with them.
Yeah.
Nitpicky things.
Yeah.
Every movie's got those. Even my most loved movies. It's like, how did that doesn't make, that's dumb.
Right.
Everything has them, but man, these are just really well executed,
Well-made,
and they're well done. And that reminds me, Daredevil from Marvel, the
from
Netflix?
Netflix. Yeah.
Dude.
Cinematography's bang.
They do some good fight scenes,
Yeah.
and it's not even just good fight scenes; they are good.
I think they actually won a couple of awards for the very first season's fight scenes in the
doubt
hallway.
it. Yeah, those
That was
are
all one take. Like
those
they
are
won
amazing.
awards.
They did another one like a season 3, so
Oh,
we
man, I haven't
binged
seen that
through.
yet.
It's so good, and they do the same thing, like that same kind of motion in Punisher.
Yeah. Oh
We're
yeah.
making our way through the second season of Punisher now.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, I just
I
want
need
to go back and rewatch all of these fight scenes like all at once because it's so well done, especially for like a TV show.
Yeah.
It's like way better than any other action sequence that you see.
Yeah, they're catching up.
One of the things that really bothers me about modern day action movies is they do like 3 or 4 jump cuts in
the
a single,
cuts, dude. The cuts bother me.
like a single frame. They're
Yeah.
cutting like 4 times. And it doesn't make any
stupid.
sense.
Yeah, you can't pay attention. It almost hurts.
Yeah, it makes it very uncomfortable to watch.
And it's too easy for them,
yeah.
to just jump cut and like your brain assumes what's going on, but like it's not being shown.
It's like, well, think about think about the Winter Soldier. This is one of the reasons why Winter Soldier is one of my favorite movies. Not only was it Wendy and I's first date. Oh, hey,
That's adorable.
Right? It's a really, really well done movie, and you can tell that they choreograph some of these fight scenes so well because they don't do cuts, and you still can't tell what the hell's going on.
Right. It's so and I love that.
This is ridiculous. Like I can't even. You're moving so fast, I literally can't see it. You know.
Right.
So it's just that's the kind of quality that I am really starting to appreciate.
Yes.
And Marvel.
Okay. We're on this point. How many movies can you think of, like name drop right now, that had like that sort of action for you?
The Matrix trilogy. I think they did really well for their time.
Okay.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Obviously. Are we
honestly a lot of the Captain Americas?
Yeah. Are we speaking just about movies?
Movies,
or
just
like
movies
TVs?
for now.
Okay. So, the Matrix did really well. They had some really good choreography there. This is kind of ridiculous. Kung Fu Hustle. It has some pretty good, but it's a movie. It's like a funny movie.
A parody.
Basically. It's kind of a parody, but they've got some pretty good fight scenes in that, even for a parody. Anything with Jackie Chan.
Honestly,
Jackie Chan is he's
really Jackie
good.
Chan, like a Bruce Lee type. I also feel.
I would say a little bit more for. I mean, it's a little bit more unrealistic because of all the wires and special effects that they use.
Right.
But like anything with the other guy who's pretty famous, Jet Li, I think. Jet Li's his name. Jet Li.
I think so. Yeah.
Anything with him, I think they have beautiful choreography. I don't know if it's realistic, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah. Anytime I think of like a high paced action that's just gorgeous to me, in like that kind of old retro kind of way, is Kill Bill. Like any of the Kill Bills.
Oh man, yeah, I've seen.
Honestly,
some
a lot of Quentin Tarantino's movies are pretty well made. They're just weird. And also, he's a weird fucking dude.
He's got a foot thing, a foot tracking thing. It's weird.
He's got his aesthetic, and I enjoy the Kill Bills.
Yeah. So just speaking about beautifully made movies, Interstellar.
What? It's so pretty, dude.
I'll watch that over and over again, and it's one of my favorites. And Wendy will make fun of me every single time.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you watch?
It's so good.
You want to watch it? We'll watch it tonight.
No, I can't. I really can't.
I got it on my phone right now.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You freak.
I get all my favorite movies on my
on
phone.
Your phone?
So it includes all the Star Wars movies that I own.
Well, I'm not bougie, all right?
Whoa, what is that? Where is that coming from?
No, so many great movies, but like there are movies that really hit my soul and like really, really like get me into like this ethereal feeling.
Like what?
La La Land.
I thought it was good. I don't know if it gets me there.
It gives me like this ethereal feeling every time. That is so many movies.
I've got
Monty Python.
Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle, Monty Python, WALL-E, Interstellar, Civil War, Avatar.
Avatar's good. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
But yeah, La La Land gives me that feeling, and Call Me by Your Name, which is after like a book that I'd read.
Yeah.
This movie. Oh, it just like gets you in the feels, dude.
See, La La Land was good, but I don't know if it deserved all of its praise it got because it like swept the Oscars, didn't it, for its a year ago or whatever?
I think it lost to Moonlight. Remember that?
Like
they call their name and it was like, no, we got second. It's actually Moonlight.
Yeah. That's right. Richard Pryor. Don't let him forget internet. No, it was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it was like that good. You know what I mean?
For me, yeah, it was.
If that's your thing.
No.
Then
I mean, like,
go for it.
You had Monty Python. Like I enjoyed Monty Python, but it's not like one of my favorites.
Oh man, it's just so silly.
No, yeah, I get that.
Just perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like I hate to say it,
over here, Philip.
but I feel like a comedy could never be one of my favorites. Like a silly movie could never.
Really, I don't think
I have to be enticed. Like I have to be pulled in. Like I have to have like you ever seen Burnt? It's pretty good.
I don't think so.
Perks of Being a Wallflower is really good.
Like
I have to feel. Like I have to get in there to an emotional state.
Really.
So really, really enjoy it.
That's one of the things that I really appreciate about like WALL-E is that one of the reasons it's one of my favorites, besides just everything about it, is how much you can feel about things that you would not feel about. So
Right.
like when it's a robot, so it doesn't have any like real feelings or whatever. They do so well in their ability to make me feel about things that I absolutely in real life would not. I say in real life I wouldn't. I call my Roomba my favorite child. So
So let's bring it in here, all right? Let's rein in the.
getting a work favorite child.
You're gonna have to differentiate them,
Yeah.
dog.
We came up with a name. It's gonna be we're gonna name it Doorcat, I think.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's an acronym for
Yeah.
like DevOps room
Yes.
cleaning automation tool.
Doorcat.
So Doorcat.
That's so good.
So I'm gonna have one at work and one at home. Yeah.
So
I wonder if I'll go home and my Roomba will smell my other Roomba.
Get pissed at you.
Who have you been cleaning with?
Start peeing everywhere. No.
You're not even dusty. What is this? You slut.
You slut. No,
Oh, but yeah.
as far as animation is what you're saying. Like,
yeah,
they can make it,
like
I feel like
the cockroach in Wall-E.
Yes, exactly.
It's like a primal thing, and I think about logically. Whenever I smash a cockroach, it creeps me the hell out, and I don't like it. But it needs to be done, and I'm not gonna let you live because no.
Yeah. I belong here, not you.
Right.
Yeah.
When Wall-E runs over the cockroach, like in the very beginning of the movie, I'm like, no!
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, oh my god.
And he rolls back out, and the little thing goes, and it pops back out, and I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But then, like, they go into the scene where Wall-E, like, feeds him a Twinkie or whatever, and he just, like, barrows his nasty-ass little body into it, and
Yeah.
pops back out, and he's got, like, a beard and stuff. Like, it's funny. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh.
But really, you'd be disgusted.
Like, I'm disgusted watching it, but I'm also like, oh, my God, he's so cute.
Yeah. And that's what
I just
animation.
want one.
That's what animation can do. And like,
God, it's so well done in that movie, and I don't know of any other movie that it's.
I feel like a
other
movie that
animation.
hits me like really, really close to home is Big Hero 6.
Really?
I adore Big Hero 6.
Because of Baymax, or
All of it, like the whole story, just like the brother that may or may not pass away, the Big Hero 6, like it's just a good movie. Another animated movie that there's so many great ones, dude. I feel like I liked Finding Dory, but not as much as Finding Nemo.
right? I get that. I do. I thought it was good. I thought they were. It's hard to do that story again to kind of match the feels on that. Like a primal level of, oh God, I have to find my son versus, I'll find my parents that I've basically lived my whole life without.
I don't know why. I found myself subconsciously, like, just not subconsciously, but like just in my mind, comparing like the Lion King movies to Finding Nemo, which linked me to Dory. But anyways, I was gonna say Lion King is like home run hitter for me. It's just like knocks it out of the park.
I'm really
Has
excited.
has sorrow, has lies and deceptions, has great humor.
So it's hard to think about the Lion King as this wonderful thing because it's based off Hamlet,
Yeah, right.
And obviously they took their own thing and they
Initiative.
right.
Yeah.
They did their own weave, their own tapestry here.
Yeah.
But half of their work was done for them, I think. And I'm not pooping on them at all. It's a great movie. I love it. But I feel like a lot of those things are just kind of baked into that story already,
Right.
And they just kind of
Yeah.
profitized on it, which they did well.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely excited for the new
The live action.
the quote unquote live action.
Same.
I'm so excited for the new CGI action.
The CGI action.
The new computer generated action.
Yeah.
Mostly because they're getting the King to come back.
A lot of the voices are coming back.
Right. They're getting John Oliver. I'm pretty sure he's going to play the toucan or the
I can't wait.
Zazu. 10 out of 10, my most favorite. 100% Donald Glover.
Yeah.
I love me some Donald Glover.
Yeah, he's great.
Donald Glover's great.
Great.
I cannot get enough of him. I will watch, his comedy specials. Eventually I'll get around to watching Community. Hearing his music, watching Solo.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's just really good.
Yeah.
I love watching 30 Rock. I haven't made it all the way through 30 Rock. And it's kind of one of those things that I would put on. It's kind of like Scrubs, but it's like it's probably my third tier for putting something on that I love.
Yeah.
So my list goes Scrubs, and then Parks and Rec, and then 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are just so good to just put on. I've watched
Mm-hmm.
Scrubs and Parks and Rec
man.
multiple times.
Mine is The Office, Friends, and then Family Guy.
Really? I get that.
I haven't been exposed to the rest of them though. Like, I
Oh
haven't
man, yeah. I
I
think
mean, I
you'd
want
like
to. Like,
Parks
they're
and
on my
Rec.
list to watch. I just haven't.
Parks and Rec is it's made by the same people from The Office. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a spin-off.
Yeah.
So it's in that same style, and it's fun. Really, what makes that is Chris Pratt and the guy that plays Ron Swanson.
And Amy
Poehler?
Poehler.
She does well playing the character, but I hate the character.
Oh, okay.
I would be so annoyed by that character.
Yeah, in real life.
But she does really well. But yeah, The Office is. I have not watched all of it. It's hard to get through. You know, the very first season. We always say, oh yeah, let's restart The Office because it's been so long, and we'll get through the first few seasons. You know, the first 3 episodes, and it's like, all right, you know, let's go.
We get it.
Let's go do something else.
I love it.
And then we'll restart. And we've never made anywhere near all the way through. But 30 Rock's really funny too because it's got Tina Fey and Donald Glover as a writer for that show.
Yeah.
Some of the jokes in there are really good, like the rural juror. It's like a news anchor has like a speech impediment or whatever, and she's like the rural juror. And the main character's like, okay, I've got to find out what it is she's saying. I have no idea because her friends. It's a production that one of her friends are doing or whatever. And she's like, did you see my production of the rural juror? Yeah, I loved it. It was good. I love the rural juror. What was your favorite part?
When the Roger is the Roger.
The rural juror. And she's like, I don't even know what this word is. Until she finally sees it, and she's like, oh, the rural juror.
You're steadily going back. This whole time.
I'm coming closer to the microphone. Now, a few millimeters away from the microphone.
I think it is time to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. All right. So this is the Laugh at Everything podcast. We're going to sign off here. Okay. Enough of this. Yeah, my creepy uncle talking.
I bet Dan's just like, oh god. No, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah,
Sorry
you
for an
watched.
abrupt. Oh, watch. You watched nothing.
If you watch the image that doesn't change, if you listen in, we thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Um,
And we're sorry for an abrupt ending. I feel like that was pretty abrupt.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, we can keep going. Do you want to? Hey, we're about to turn it off in like 10 seconds. So, yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, what you decide
9,
to do is up to you.
8, 7, 6.